Good afternoon to all of you. I welcome our honorable and respected principal, Dr. G.M. Patil, and the subject expert, Mr. Sandesh Agarwal, manager, IP Curate Labs. It is a product of California-based Verispire Inc. And I welcome the main contact person from IP Curate Labs, Param Doshi. On behalf of JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida, Institution Innovation Council, I welcome all my faculty colleagues, head of the department, deans, and our principal sir to this online webinar session on IP generation through innovation and research. The key objective of this session is to sensitize all the faculty members and stakeholders about the basics of IPR and its role on enhancing quality of education, innovation, research, including the patent commercialization. Now, I request the principal sir to say a few words, and then we will move on to our subject experts for presentation. Sir?
Yes, Sampat Kumar, I am there.
Sir, you will say a few words?
Yeah, sure, Sampat, sure.
Thank you, sir.
It's a matter of great honor and privilege to me to be part of this important event. At the outset, I extend my pranams and seek the blessings of His Holiness Mahaswamiji, Jagat Guru Sri Sri Shivaratri Desikendra Mahaswamiji, the Pontiff of JSS Mat Mysuru, and President Jagat Guru Sri Shivaratriswara Mahavidyapita Mysuru, and seek for his divine blessings for making this program a great success and memorable one. I would like to congratulate Dr. Sampat Kumar for organizing, coordinating, for taking all the pains to make this program become a reality. I am feeling very glad and delighted to invite our Deans, Dean Academy Dr. Jagdish, Dean R&D Dr. Suyata K.S.
Namaste.
Dean Student Welfare Dr. Prashant Chauhanji, HOD Civil Dr. Vijay Kumar HOD Mechanical Dr. P.G. Mamta, HOD EC Dr. Arun Kumar, HOD EE Dr. Sanjay Kumar Sharma ji, HOD Triple E and Dean R&D Dr. Suyata K.S., HOD CSA Dr. Bukram Bali, HOD IT Dr. Vinta Kimsundani, HOD MBA Dr. Ankur Garg, HOD Physics Dr. Richa Verma, HOD Chemistry Dr. Roli Verma, HOD Mathematics Dr. Jitendra Parashar, First Year Coordinator Dr. K. Ansari, HOD English, Dr. Pranav Manjari, and the coordinator of this program, the most dynamic personality in my campus, NBA Nodal Coordinator, Institutional Innovation Council of my institution under the Institutional Innovation Cell of Ministry of Education, Government of India, Coordinator Sampath Kumar, and the guests, the resource persons, for the IP generation through innovation and research. We have two sessions. One for the benefit of students and another session for today's session for the benefit of faculty members. Mr. Sandesh Agarwal. Good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. And for the program, for the session for the benefit of students, Mrs. Bhavana Singh is the resource person from the IP Curate Labs very inspired, in USA. Professor Sampath Kumar is the nodal coordinator for the NBA National Accreditation, and we all are there in the team with him. He has tried day and night, and we could succeed in getting the NBA for 5 departments: electrical, mechanical, EC, CS, and IT. And we are going for the MBA for another 4 departments now. Again, second cycle of application for the electrical and mechanical, and for civil and electrical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, EEE department. We are going for the application for the first time. He has shouldered the responsibility, shouldering responsibility and executing the task and giving result. He is a passion for Sampath Kumar. He is passionate to do that. And the Institutional Innovation Council, under the Institutional Innovation Cell of the Ministry of Education, Government of India, we have been able to secure 4.5 gold star ranking, secured 92 out of 100, and the highest ranking is 5 gold star ranking, 5 gold star. We are 4.5, and we are now putting our best effort. Sampath Kumar has worked day and night, Saturdays and Sundays, 11 o'clock in the night, uploaded the innovation activities conducted by the students, and with his persuasion, with his hard work, with his team of students, he could get us the honor from the Ministry of Education, Government of India, Institutional Innovation Cell, under the MOE. In our institution, the Institutional Innovation Council, he as the coordinator, could get us this honor. And today, the innovation, creativity, national innovation and startup policy is the flagship program of Government of India. And government is very keen that we innovate, we productize, we conceptualize, we develop, we design, we test, we productize, analyze and excel in the productization, make the technology available for the industries so that this product can be a great help for the making the life of the millions easy and comfortable. In this baffling task of making the ideation of the students to the productization is another important laboratory, the AICT Idea Lab, 1.2 crore worth of lab proposal, AICT Idea Lab has been submitted by us. I am the head of institution chief mentor, Professor Sampath is the coordinator, and Dr. Sanjeev Kumar is the co-coordinator. Making this NBA, achieving the 4.5 gold star ranking, and submitting the proposal under the AICT Idea Lab with the estimated expenditure of 1.1 crore, 50% from the institution side and 50% from the AICT, and also getting the industry collaboration from N2PL with the commitment of contribution for the non-recurring and recurring expenditure. I feel it's a very big list of achievements for Sampath Kumar. And we all feel very proud and request you all to give a big round of applause to Dr. Sampath Kumar. He has been very keen to have this, the submission of the patents of their, achievement, inventions they make is very important. Making inventions is having the inventions registered is as important as the inventions themselves. Are the more important because they must go on record. They should get the recognition. National Academy of Technical Education should get the recognition, and we should be in the limelight for our achievements. If you listen to me, today such a program is being organized, and I'm very proud. I'd like to congratulate Dr. Sampath for his hard work to make this program happen today. I also thank him for giving me an opportunity to come online for this program and share my thoughts on this important occasion. With this program, becomes very productive, beneficial, and stimulate the interest among the faculty members to innovate, to make their creativity become a reality, productize, test, and excel, and at the same time get their idea, innovation registered to filing a patent. Very important, the process that we have to complete for registering our, innovative ideas and make it known to the outside world. So towards this program is organized today. I thank the organizers, particularly Sampath Kumar, for inviting me for this program and giving me an opportunity to share my views on this occasion. Wish you all good luck. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir, for such a nice introduction of our achievements and also the way under your leadership we are taking up everyday new challenges. Thank you very much for your motivation and energy, what you are going to show in day-to-day working. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so
Now,
much.
sir, with your motivation and continuous follow-up, we organized last year on 19th November IP awareness workshop from the same organization, and again for this year we requested them to come and educate all our faculty members to have more and more patents for our institutes so that the patents will help us to get better ranking in NBA, NIRF and different accreditation bodies. So for that, we have taken up another initiative from Institution Innovation Council. Now I request Mr. Sandesh Agarwal to take over the presentation session.
Thank you, Sampath sir. Thank you, Dr. Patel and other faculty members for being here for this session and giving me an opportunity to present everything about patents so that it helps the institution and students to understand what it is and how each one of us could be benefited out of patents or other IP that could be created in-house or otherwise. So I'm sharing my screen in order to get the presentation in flow.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you for that. I hope it must be visible now.
Yes.
Okay. So within this session, we will be discussing many things about IP, different types of IPRs, and how you could proceed further in order to generate it, and probably thereafter then how to commercialize it. To bring in some sort of some key insights in terms of how the entire exercise of patent is being governed. Here are some key insights from a 2018 of a company which keeps a track about how much expenditures were being put into research, and then based on that, how many inventions were being submitted, together with out of all those, how many patents were being created, and then how many were being issued, and later on in a later phase, then how many of these are being commercialized or then moved further. As you can see that with a time, or say within a year, no matter how much expense we do into it, as 71.7 billion was being put into an expenditure into for creating new inventions, and out of that, inclusive of say faculty members and students, the total ideas that was being submitted were to the tune of 26,000. And not all the inventions are good enough to take it forward in order to file it with the patent office. And based on some assessment or scrutiny, it was being finalized that roughly around half of them could be filed, and based on what patent office examinations, the overall count further got reduced to the tune of this figure, as you see, 7625 patents. And during all this exercise, the number of startups that we see being formed through this were around thousands, and the products being created out of it were around 828. And the revenues being generated was around 2.94 billion, which is not that bad, as it was just a starting year, and this revenue will keep on increasing as time passes. And roughly for patents, this revenue will be keep coming with some increasing percentage to the tune of say next 15 to 16 years at least. Now, some another insights in terms of the startups that were there and being brought by from within the university includes companies like say Endosight from Purdue University, which was being acquired by Novartis for a huge amount, that is $2.1 billion. Another startup being brought in by Ohio State University in the name of F6, and was again acquired by Novartis for a huge sum, that is $8.7 billion. A few other tech giants that were being brought into today's world from universities itself are companies like say Google, which is now being pre-owned by say Alphabet, and then Facebook, Cisco, HP. Other universities which are doing huge expenditures into their research and are able to earn some licensing revenue out of it includes universities like say Stanford, Florida International, New Mexico State University, University of Alabama, and Portland State Universities. Now to move further, I will be bringing in what intellectual property is all about, and how it is different from the normal properties, and why and how you can just, what all you can take from it in order to create your own IP, so that we all could be benefited on. So intellectual properties are generally properties that are being created by someone's mind, involves human intellect, and has nothing to do with the physical goods or physical assets that we have. Though for creating it, you may be taking assistance from some of the physical or experimental labs, but yes, the outcome or the conclusions that come is the base for it comes from the human mind itself. Say, and things within these, the outcome of it are generally like comes through this includes things like inventions, any of a brand name that you know your product with, the software codings, and songs or any literature works. The different entities or particulars by which any of the human intellect or human creations as being known are being categorized into these like copyright, trademark, design, patent, geographical indications, and trade secret. We will be discussing each one of these in the later slides. To discuss, first one of these will include, say, all about patents. Patent is the legal document that gives you right to disclose your inventions and post-disclosing getting it secured by the government office in order to have some sort of exclusion rights with you so that no one else can copy it and use it into their product until and unless they take permissions from you. It could be given to you for a product which you may have created or a process by which those products or services are being formulated or the methods being involved for doing it. Now, for having patent, your document or your invention should have it should fit into at least these three categories. That is, say, it should be novel, that is new, when being compared with any of known or available references or being documented anywhere that would be assessed by individuals digitally or otherwise. And it should have an inventive step, that is, it should have something unique into it which is being brought in through your mind and is of the order wherein not other people having those skill sets similar to you would be able to think of it if being brought into in front of them. And definitely it should have some industrial application, that it should have its utility for the general public or for the companies so that a product or a service catering to those inventions could be created and sold out into the market for generating further revenues. Now, the list of items that could be filed for getting a patent onto it includes things like method or manufacturing process being involved for any of an article or a product, or even the end article or product that is being created through it, any of the machines, apparatuses, or other articles being manufactured or required for producing a product, and a chemical composition or an alloy compositions or medicinal compositions being secured or being produced for specific diseases along with the process of manufacturing. Then comes the computer software when being used into a hardware so that these two products act together for some specific purpose. Some of the examples further includes things like, say, any of the jewelry that you see or any advancements in the internet or in communication technologies, any of the hardware devices that you see around yourself, the way they had evolved over the time and had come up with something unique into it in each of its new evolution. Then makeup accessories or compositions and musical instruments, perfume compositions, sporting goods, and the list could be huge. Say almost any of the product that you see around or the services that you use can come or say some aspect of it can definitely be secured through filing of a patent, and then later be commercialized by approaching to proper companies or through other mediums like brokerage houses. Now, though everything that you see around, say a product or service, has got something unique into it, which could be secured through filing of a patent, government has limited few of the things which are not being allowed and would not be given a status of patent or being granted. Includes things like which are obvious in nature, that is, say, which can come into anyone's mind post looking into it, and there's no intellect being involved into it. So those things comes under obvious invention, and then inventions which are injurious to humans, animals, natural environment are something which are not being allowed to. Things like, say, create a new type of a bomb or a disaster creating particulars. Then any of the discoveries, things like, say, you discover a new element or a compound which was already there into nature, but you have somehow managed to discover it. Since it was already there, so that discovery of it would wouldn't be secure. Any new substance being produced through just mixing of already known substances. So that is something which is not being allowed to be secured as a patent. And any process or methods being proposed for agriculture or horticulture. But here's the tools that are being used. If you have come up with something unique into the tool that are being used, that can be secured through filing of a patent. Any arrangement or rearrangement or duplication of already known devices or putting them together is something that is also not allowed, or so you can go file it, but you cannot get a patent onto that. Then any mathematical methods or business methods, any of an algorithm that you may come up with, methods that you may propose for playing games, or some other aspects which are not allowed to be secured through a patent route. Now, within a product, there could be multiple things that could be secured by one or the other way. Say, for example, there's a car. So within a car, there are different components that are being used. Each component has got a unique design or unique shape, structure of it. So all those needs to be secured by filing of a design application. Then there are different parts which have certain functionalities. They're not just there for the looks, but they're there to achieve some function. So the way they are being structured, assembled, or put together to function in that way are something that is being secured through filing of a patent. Then the names being used for different aspects of a car or any other different goods are something that are being secured through a trademark. And other components like tires or mirrors are the way they function, the way they are being allowed to say move or is functioning of it is something that is being secured through filing of a patent. The overall looks of any product is something that is being secured through filing of a design application. Now, taking an example of other examples that could be secured through filing of patents includes things like, say, as in the image that you see is an horizontal axis wind turbine and a vertical axis wind turbine. The way they functions, the way the different components are being manufactured, the way they transmit these data into a cloud center or a server from where it could also be governed. So the algorithms that are there, the software codings that is being done, or the automatic operations that are being performed for this, or some sort of repair works that maybe have been done for these, if being required, say any sort of a crack or repair work, getting it assessed or say getting it notified, and then having means to get it rectified is something that can all be secured through filing of a patent. The material compositions being used or the coatings being used and the way they are being coated is all something that can be secured through filing of a patent. In another example, as you see, the assistance being provided to the driver while driving a vehicle is something that involves too many hardware components, the way they communicate with each other, and then project the required informations to the driver in one or the other way is something that can also be secured through filing of patents. And many of it are already being secured, but yes, people are still working on it, trying to identify new things into it to secure one or the other aspects that is mandatory while driving any such vehicle onto the road, and that could assist that driver in order to function him more smoothly, or having, say, prior alerts for few of the things which probably he may not be able to get if he is not being assisted with those tools or gadgets or assemblies being put into these cars. Now, here is an example of tire of a vehicle wherein these tires doesn't require air to fill in and are airless radial tires, which has got much more life duration. So the way that threads are being designed, the way these spokes are being designed, and the materials that is being used into it is something that all can be protected by one or the other patent. Here are some more examples from washing machines. These are the pictures that you see are of different types of washing machines. The first one that you see involves shaking to wash the clothes that are being put into it, and has got assemblies within this that lets the water heated into it when being plugged in. Together with that, once being washed, it could be heated further, post-soaking of water from this, or post-soaking clothes out of water from this, and just with the help of heat that is being produced inside it because of electrical connections, those cloths could be dried as well. Another example is of swash, wherein that uses hot air bubbles, hot air, and the body of it keeps on rotating to let that hot air pass through the inside of this big hole, and the cloths that are being put into it are being washed. So the usage of those hot airs that are being passed through it, and that comes onto the top, or say flow out, and the cloths that are being put into it are being washed automatically. Another example is of a stain wand that is a small portable device that can easily remove stains using ultrasonic energies to remove these stains on the cloth that is there. And so the way different sort of principles are being used for washing of clothes, and the way these principles are being packaged into a product is something that is being secured through filing of patent. Say if you are trying to file a patent that says that yes, we want to secure a device that can wash clothes using shaking mechanism. So just by claiming this much or putting this much in front of the patent office doesn't allow you to have a patent onto this. But yes, when you put the entire thing into a product sort of in structure wherein different assemblies or gadgets or electrical connections are being put together, and it looks like a product, then yes, there are chances that yes, you can get a grant onto those and later on get it commercialized as well. Moving further, here's another example of a segue wherein this device has just two tires and being assembled in a manner wherein the person who wants to drive it can stand onto it and it balances on its own. And the way a user drives it to let it move in a manner user wants. So the way this device works, the way different assemblies are being put in, the way its center is being aligned is something that is being secured through filing of patent. Another example is of Boston Dynamics product that is say they're known for creating different robots which mimics almost like humans or any other animal, and the way these mimicking is being executed or functionalized in these products, it involves not just the design aspect but yes the hardware and the software aspect as well. So all such softwares or say hardwares when being put together are being secured by one or the other patents. Here is an example of an hospital bed that is being equipped with almost all sort of sensors that are there to track the patient data, and together with that, having mechanisms wherein alerts or notifications could be triggered to the caregiver as well as to the hospital management or to the relatives of that person, so that he could be attended or his medicinal or his nursing could be done properly. So the way those sensors are being assembled, where they're being put in, the mechanism that is there to make sure that these sensors doesn't get malfunctioned because of any reason, is something that is being secured by one or the other patents. It's not just where you put in, but also the way it functions or to whom it communicates, and the hurdles that are there in its communication if are being resolved by one or the other way. The locking mechanism that is there in the tires to make sure that this vehicle doesn't move until unless being required to, or say automating its movement from one place to another wheresoever this that is being required to move for, are all something that are being secured by one or the other vehicles. Or say its conversion from bed to chair is something, some of the multiple dynamics that are being involved into it. And with time, companies like Hillrom or Stryker has patented many of these features of those products. Here comes another example of a company which is known for making electric bikes, which has got functionalities like having digital remote-based key, wherein you can just give voice commands in order to let it get a start or lock or unlock, and some diagnostic mechanisms as well, which could be communicated through your through the vehicle into your phone, and later on being to the vehicle service provider service station as well. And all such features of these products are being secured by one or the other patents. And if not done, then yes, companies who don't do so has to lose their market share, or probably has to lose their earnings, as someone else may do this. And at the end, the person who has actually invented that may not be getting the benefit that he could have. Now, some examples of designs-based applications. Designs are something which could be secured for any of a product for what it looks like. It could be, the product could be, say, a mobile phone or a jewelry, any furniture, any containers or bottles or tables, chairs, laptop, anything that you see around. Which could be, you can say, you label it something, say, as a product. So all those products that you see around can be secured. Its design aspect or its looks aspect could be secured through filing of a design application. Examples as simple as the bolts or nuts, or say the outer appearance of the car, or tires or slippers, even the headlights, or whatsoever you think of, the integral components, any of a component could be secured through filing of a design. And for this, we don't need too much details of it. It's just how it looks like. That is what is being required to be known. Other examples include things like, say, ratchet or torch, or even chocolates. The wheel bolts or toothbrush, mobile phone, caps of beverage bottles, or any of the containers or so as well. Another type of an IP is being termed as copyright, and copyright is being given to all sort of works, which includes things like, say, literature work or artistic work, or say even research papers that you some of you may have already published or have been submitted to get it published sooner or later. Now, copyright protects your work in order to let you have rights unto this, that if someone wants to copy that work or use that work into their work, they have to take permissions from the person who owns it. And is being given, and the rights are being with the person who actually created it for the entire life of that creators, and together with that 60 years in addition to the date on which the death of its creator happens. And products on which copyright based protection applies includes things like, say, books, music, paintings, sculptures, films, programs or databases, even advertisements, maps or technical drawings. With this, all the research papers that you submit to any of the publication house make sure that you do have secured its right with you, so that the earnings those publication houses make in future, you should get certain percentage out of it. Because or else, if you just submit it on your own and don't take permissions from them, or don't get into an agreement like this, wherein you are being compensated for what you've created, together with the percentage revenue that they generate out of it, then all the revenue that they will be generating will be getting into their kitty, and none of it will go into your kitty. So it's better to have an agreement with them before submitting your content to them. Another IPR protection includes trademark, and with trademark, what comes is the name by which you know any of a product or service. Say Bisleri or Kodak or Nike, KitchenAid, British Airways or Indian Airlines or say Tata. So all such names are being symbolized with one or the other product, and these names are being secured through trademark means. And we do require it to be secured by this route for the reason that other companies shouldn't come up and use the same name for selling similar or non-similar goods as well. And the rights that are being given to a person for usage of such trademarks into their product is 10 years from the date on which it was applied. Together with that, you can renew it thereafter each year, and it could be there with you for as long as you want. Now, just in case you don't protect your idea or your creations, then things that you may lose includes not just the royalty income, but the rapport that you could have made, if in case you would have got that patent, as the others may not be able to know who was the person behind these and who had created it. And someone at a later date may create some additional features on top of it and get it secured, and then the kind of royalty that you may have been earning, would entire compensation of that will be going on to that person who has just come up with a slight advancement onto what you had created. An example of this includes the name of person who created polio vaccine, Mr. Jonas Hall, in the year 1955. He thought of not getting it patented for the humanity reasons. And as of now, if we calculate the kind of royalty that he would have earned if in case that vaccine was patented, the kind of revenue that he may have earned out of it includes a sum of like $7 billion. In today's time as well, India and South Africa are together trying not to waive off getting a patent onto any of the medicine that is good enough for fighting with the COVID or could act as a vaccine for COVID. Our decision is yet pending, and we need to see in a later date that how government responded to it or how they acted upon. But yes, apart from India and South Africa, other countries have so far not objected it, and there are chances that they would get a patent onto it, onto the vaccines or formulations that the other different companies have created, and with that, all the revenue or say the price composition or within the price, a certain percentage for those patents will be there. Now, what are the benefits of getting your IP being protected by any of the route that are there for securing your ideas? The first and foremost is that no one can copy it, and they have to take permissions from you if in case they want to use it into their product services. It increases your profits through licensing or any other renting means of your IP. Can increase customer confidence as you're the only person probably who will be selling any such products as it is being backed by a patent and no one else could even think of selling those into the market until taking permissions from you. It does exclude others from using or experimenting with those technologies without your having a prior permission from it. Gives you a right to protect or have these privileges for a certain duration. And with patents, it is for around 20 years from the date on which it was being filed. And can open doors for big investment by big companies, as if they find some interest into your company or your patents, they will definitely be coming to you to have a buy of it, as we have seen with companies like Google and Facebook and Microsoft, that they keep on looking for companies which could be benefiting to them and acquiring them or acquiring their patents for one or the other reasons. Now, to create an IP of your own, what all you need to understand is, first of all, is to understand the problems that an industry or a company or a college or an institute may be facing, and then the solutions that they may look into, which are already available, and the reasons for which those solutions are still not foolproof solutions, or still require some of the solutions for those problems, wherein those solutions are good enough to be addressed for those problems. And once such problems and their solutions which are not yet that good enough are being identified, you can brainstorm yourself along with your students or your mentors or within a team to think of solutions that could be acceptable and a solution that addresses the problems being faced by the currently available solutions as well for those problems. And once you are able to come up with a solution for those, you need to get it secured by filing of a proper IP for that. Primarily, it would be a patent or a design. And once that is being done, you can approach to those companies along with your patents so that they can have a license for that and use it while manufacturing of their products or into their products in order to enhance their overall revenue and get benefited out of it. So that's the way it goes. And it's not just that you need to go to the companies to identify their problems. You may have an agreement with those industries or companies so that they themselves comes to you and let you know that what are the challenges that they are facing and what all could be looked in order to resolve those challenges. And that's where, if at all a product is being built, you can definitely be getting a benefit out of it through that IP or licensing of those IPs. Now, some of the areas that are worth exploring in today's time for manufacturing or enhancing, and if a product includes technologies like usage of artificial intelligence or blockchain, edge computing, machine learning, or augmented reality as well. There are many other technologies as well apart from this. It's just to name a few that you can use it into your product to enhance its capabilities and to make sure that, yes, it is being used properly, and then thereafter it is secured through filing of a patent as well. Now, some of the fields that require your attention, wherein you may use the above mentioned technologies, includes things like resource management, could be in supply chain, in distribution, or in inventory, or in anywhere wherein time is a constraint, space is a constraint, and you need to address those within the required time limit, or with time decreasing the timelines that is being involved for getting the services being answered. Then thereafter, for detection of frauds, be it financial crimes or be it physical crimes, the usage of gadgets in order to secure a place or a data, or could be anything and the text that is being used, the ways or the processes that are being adopted in order to for detection of those frauds and getting a notification or alerts being raised, and then thereafter catching the person being involved into it. So these are some of the things which requires attentions as of now. People are still trying, but yes, the absolute solution which resolves all this hasn't yet come. And so for those reasons, we need to keep on evolving our thoughts in order to address these issues. And the recommendations or suggestions being proposed based on the analysis that may have been done using machine learning or AI or the data that may already have been populated for one or the other reasons. Then autonomous control for many things or many activities that you see around. It could be operation of a turbine, it could be operation of an AC or a window or even doors, or say automating the plantation or whatsoever the activities that is happening in front of you, if at all that could be automated by any of the means, is something that could be addressed through securing of a patent or say first putting your thoughts onto some ideation paper and then thereafter getting it filed through a patent notice. That's all, mutually. Now, if there are any queries from your end, we'll prefer to take those. And thanks to all of you for your time. You can raise your queries onto chats and otherwise as well. And there is a feedback form link being provided in the chat box. I will request all of you to please fill in those in order to improve our sessions for the future.
Sunday, there is one question. What are the different funding agencies? Wait, one.
There are multiple agencies available who are like from big companies like say Google is doing it, Facebook is doing it. There are many angel investors as well in India, and together with that, companies like Tata or even Birla, Reliance, even this Fortune or say Adani Enterprise. So all big corporate houses today are ready to fund all sort of innovation that are there. And through SIH route that is there through say from AICTE, some of the companies have listed their problems as well that could be addressed through one or the other IPs as well. And not just this AICTE, but there are some other colleges, even companies are approaching to people or say colleges like you or other colleges wherein they list out their problems which they are facing, and the students together with faculty members are there to address those problems. And a lot of funding is being provided directly and indirectly by angels and angel investors together with the big corporate houses. So if you want to have a list of those, we can see if we can help to you. We'll have a word with my team over here and then share that to you if possible.
Thank you.
Any other queries, sir?
I'm just waiting. In chat box, as if now there are no queries.
Yeah.
Request all faculty colleagues to provide me individual questions.
Oh, not audible.
You're on mute, sir. Sampath, sir. So your voices are still not coming.
Sandesh Agarwal, is I am audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Sir, I am having one query.
Yes, sir.
See, one of my friend, he did his research work and he is not published. He is not published that data, but he has submitted the thesis and it is awarded. But that particular research finding he has not published in any of the journal. So can it be patented now?
So that if it is already being awarded, that means
It is published only, no?
yes, it is published, and that means it is in access to some of the people for sure, wherein it is being, say, documented, probably in your library or someplace.
Yes.
So there is a set of people, probably say a group of people, probably 20 or 30 or probably all your faculty and students who may have an access to that. Right. So for those reasons, it is being considered as published. And if at all that is being used to protect through filing a patent, you cannot, I mean, you can file it for sure, but you cannot get a patent onto that. But yes, there is a provision for it. Like if that person can come up with something on top of it, some additional features or some upgradation onto that, his own earlier work, he can have a patent onto that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sir. Any other queries, sir? And even if in case you have any queries in future regarding this or any of your ideas, you can submit it to us through our websites or through Param, and then we can see to it and answer to those queries as well. It's nothing like you cannot answer it right as of now. And there's a link for the feedback. Please, please don't hesitate to fill in so that we may have channelize our presentations accordingly and improve upon that to the extent that you desire.
Okay. Thank you, Sandesh.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Sir, I have gone through some of the patents, and the condition for the patent is that 3 points should be satisfied. And
Right,
out
sir.
of that, one is industrial application.
Right, sir.
So I have gone through some patents, and I have seen that even that patents are not in industrial application domain, but still they are getting patent numbers and all.
See, if you can share those numbers, probably that will be better in order to answer this query.
Because one patent is like application of IoT for maximum PowerPoint tracking.
Maximum PowerPoint ranking.
Tracking, which we use in solar panels.
Okay, so sir, based on the title, I do have a feel that yes, it could be used in industry for the purpose of tracking itself, right? And the patent need not have to have this information as in how it will be applied into industry. But yes, when the examiner looks into it, when he reads that particular document, he should be able to conceptualize in his mind that yes, what is all being proposed into this paper or in this patent document is something that could be applied into the products that are being sold in the market. And if that is being integrated, those products' efficiency could be enhanced or whose manufacturing could be enhanced. Something like that should come into the examiner's mind while making a read of that particular application. And if he is able to do so, then yes, those applications do get awarded if in case they do say fills in all sort of requirements that are there for the patent office for granting of an application into a patent.
Fine. Thank you, sir.
All right, sir. Any other queries by any of the faculty members? Be it their own or from any of your friends or students which you may have experienced or felt that needs to be answered in terms of say IP or patent, copyright or trademark. Sure. So I request all of you once again to please fill in the feedback forms so that we could improvise accordingly and help you to assist further whensoever the next session happens. And if at all there is any other query, if not right now, then in the later phase as well, probably in a day or two or later on, you can just mail it to us via Sampas sir or directly to Param or through our websites, that is say www.ipcurate.com and www.verispire.net. Any other persons, if at all, wishes to share their experience for the IP that they have generated, can you please share with us so that other faculty members could also be helped out because of that? Or you may type in your questions if at all you want into the chat box as well.
Sorry for the inconvenience from my side. I'm audible
No,
now.
sir. Yes, sir, you are.
Any queries from the participants? If you have any queries, please feel free to contact directly the IP Curate Labs, or you can send your feedback through feedback link they are posted on chat box. So now I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our respected Honorable Principal Sir. He has been motivating force for all of us to conduct different activities in the organization, and also he urges all of us to work as a team to take all the initiative to for the national recognition. So his motivation, it keeps all of us to work in one mode. So next, I would like to thank Mr. Sandesh Agarwal, who is an expert, and for his valuable inputs. And last year, on 19th November, he addressed all our faculty and students. From that time onwards, in our organization, there is an improvement in filing patents and also different innovative activities. This year also, we are assuring on behalf of JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida, all the faculty members, definitely your presentation, your input, your awareness will help all of us to rise the number of patents filing from our institute. I would like to thank Param Doshi, who is always in constant touch 24/7, and thank you very much for your cooperation in organizing this event. And also we have scheduled one more session for all the students of JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida, on 9th February at 3 p.m. And I would like to thank our Institution Innovation Council Innovation Ambassador, Dr. Yogendra Singh and Dr. Sapna Mathur. They have, in the last year, they have taken almost 60 online sessions on IPR activities, and also they are able to attend assessment sessions online during the pandemic lockdown period. So I would like to thank both of them, and also both of them, they are planning different innovation activities in the campus in the upcoming 1 or 2 months that we will notify from Institution Innovation Council of JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida. And I want to thank our IAC member, Mr. Tilak and Santosh Kumar, for their constant last 3 days efforts for streaming this session on YouTube, and also they are the main social media initiative in charges who have created IST YouTube channel for our institute, and they have been working very hard, and I want to thank them on behalf of our Institution Innovation Council at our institute. And I thank all the deans, HODs, and my faculty colleagues who has taken out time in spite of their busy schedule, because currently all the faculty members have got responsibilities of NAC, NB accreditation, and departmental academic responsibilities. In spite of that, they are all able to attend this session. I want to thank all of them, and I want to appeal and request, kindly encourage all the students to attend this session on 9th February, that is on Tuesday, scheduled at 3 p.m. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Principal, sir. So shall we end the meeting, sir, with your permission?
Yeah, please, we can close the meeting. I, on behalf of Sampath Kumar and my entire team here at JSS Noida, thank wholeheartedly Sandesh Agarwal for taking the pains to deliver the very informative and scintillating and covering all the aspects of the patents and the IP as to intellectual property aspects such in great detail. I am very much thankful and for the information delivered to all my faculties and deans here, and look forward to interact with Sandesh Agarwal in the future also for our requirements, and definitely with his valuable information given to all of us here, our patents will go up, and I am feeling very confident. Well, this process we should follow and increase the number of patents filed by us, and patents we should get it published and also awarded. All this process we should be able to get it completed, and in the process of achieving this, if we have any other requirements in the future, we will again get in touch with Sandesh Agarwal and share with him our requirements and benefit ourselves, and move forward in achieving the higher patent success rate from our institution. Thank you very much, Sandesh Agarwal, for your valuable inputs. Look forward to keep in touch with you. And when away from the COVID, definitely we'll meet at the campus and have a meeting or face-to-face meeting, one-on-one meeting. We can deliver your presentations to our faculty, our HODs, our deans, with our slides, and we can have the one-on-one meeting here. I'm looking forward for talking to you in my campus for a cup of tea, and get more information and benefit ourselves in achieving higher goals in the patent filing. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, with your permission, shall we end the meeting, sir?
Yeah, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you all. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, everyone.